everyone. So I'm starting with a bare face today because I'm going to do the $20 face challenge, and I saw a couple people in my feed do this. I thought it looked really interesting. I don't think I was technically tagged, but it was something that I thought would be a good challenge for me to do. Basically, the premise is you are going on vacation or something, you're on the plane and the airport loses your luggage, and you arrive and you only have $20 to run through the drugstore and buy enough to put on a full face of makeup. And I have a pretty large collection of drugstore makeup, and I thought this was going to be super easy. It was a lot harder than I thought it was, and I think it was because of mascara. I think all the drugstore mascaras I have are like $7 or $8, so that really threw off my total. So I put on my Facebook page and asked for recommendations for really good, really cheap mascaras, and thank you to everyone who replied. So I did end up having to buy 2 products, but everything else I already owned. So I'm not sure how this is all going to turn out yet. So I don't know yet, you don't know yet. So we're just going to work through it together and see how it goes. So if you are interested to see how I put together a face for $20, please keep watching. For foundation, I'm going to use one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This is Rimmel's 25-hour foundation lasting finish, and I'm in the color 100 Ivory. And I did not have enough money for a foundation brush, so I'm going to be applying this with my fingers. It's actually been a long time since I've applied foundation with just my fingers. This used to be how, the only way I did it, but getting a little bit more familiar with different brushes and things like that, the Sigma ones seem to make a big impact. But if you're just starting out, and really, I should probably do it because it does, I think fingers give a little bit of a lighter application than some of those brushes do. So I'm just making sure to work it into my hairline so there's no line, and the same thing on my jaw. Okay, this part might kill me, but I didn't have enough for concealer, so I'm just going to use a little bit more of the foundation and just pat it lightly in the places, my blemishes, and anywhere that I have a little bit extra redness, and I'm also going to put it on my eyelids as a base. So just adding a little bit of foundation to my eyelids is just really going to help cut down on the discoloration and also give my shadow something to stick to. One of my favorite drugstore products is the e.l.f. Contouring and Blush Duo, and this is $3 at Target. So I'm going to apply a little bit more bronzer than I usually do because I didn't have enough for a setting powder. So I'm going to put the bronzer as more of like an all-over bronzing effect. So put it on like the tops of my cheekbones, and to apply that I'm going to be using the e.l.f. $1 Professional Total Face Brush. And then I'm also going to use this brush again into the blush. So just kind of applying the bronzer very lightly, but all along the tops of my cheekbones, lightly on my forehead, and down my nose. Kind of just all the places that the sun, I'm not using this as a contour today, just kind of more just to give my skin, just liven it up a little bit and also kind of set that foundation a little bit. Now using that same brush, I've gone into the blush shade in that duo, and I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks. Now my Revlon Brow Fantasy was way too much money to make it into my $20 limit, so I did purchase an eyebrow pencil, and this is the Jordana Fabubrow eye pencil, and this is in the color Taupe. I picked this one, just popped into Walgreens. I picked this one because it comes with this little brush on the tip, so I thought that would help me groom my eyebrows. So we'll see how this goes and if it's a good color match. So first just going to brush my hairs through, and then just take the pencil and I'm gonna lightly fill in. I'm like doing really, really light just in case that this pencil is too dark. Let's see. Okay, the eyebrows are a little bit darker than usual, but I kind of like it, and I think once I add my eyeshadow and eyeliner, it's going to not look so stark. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to use one of my favorite trios, and this is the Wet n Wild Sweet as Candy trio. And this comes with a sponge tip applicator as well as a little angled brush, so that's why I chose this. And I'm going to take the lightest shade first on my finger, and that's the brow bone, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid as a base. And actually I think I'm just going to take it up just all the way to the brow bone. That way it'll help whatever colors I put on after it blend better. Now with the sponge tip applicator that comes with, I'm going to go into the eyelid shade, which is just kind of a pinky shimmery color. And and I'm just going to press this all along the eyelid. Back to the palette with the other side of the sponge tip applicator, I'm going to take the middle shade, which has crease written on it, and just put this onto the outer corner of my eyelid. And this I'm just placing, and then I'm going to go in with that little angled brush and blend it out. Now I'm just going to take the angled brush and just start lightly blending this out. For eyeliner, I've chosen one from Wet n Wild, and this is one of the Megalast, and it's in the color Black Brown, and I chose that because it's a little bit lighter than I have some other cheaper eyeliners, but they were all black, so I thought the Black Brown would go, kind of trying to create like a soft look, and then this one also has a little smudger tip on the end, so I thought that was going to be helpful since I didn't have a pencil brush or anything. So I'm just going to line a thick line on my top lash line and just smudge it out a bit. Okay, I have the eyeliner in the general shape, and now I'm taking the smudging end and I'm just going to work this in kind of into like the outer V shape to really deepen up. And if I find I'm having trouble, you know, blending this in, which actually it's doing pretty good, I'm just going to take that little angled brush that came in the eye trio again and just make sure that it's going to blend seamlessly in. I also put a little eyeliner on the lower lash line, and I'm also going to smudge that out. And I didn't put it all the way down. I just kind of put it halfway. I'm also going to take a little bit of that darkest crease color from the trio and put it on the smudge tip, and then just kind of help work that in just to help it blend easier. Okay, that's the eyeshadow look completed. Now on my Facebook page, I asked people to recommend the mascara, and the one that was the most recommended and was the cheapest and easiest for me to find was the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara, and the only one that my Walgreens had is in black, so I'm not sure if it comes in more shades or if this is the only one, but black works for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this now. And I didn't have enough money for an eyelash curler, even the e.l.f. one, so I'm just gonna kind of like take my finger and just press gently in just to kind of give my eyelashes a little bit of lift, and then I'm going to immediately apply the mascara. Okay, so that's the mascara applied, and actually for $2.99 you can't really beat that. It's that applied a lot nicer than I thought it would be. So next we're going to move on to lips. Okay, so moving on to lips, I did have a couple cheapish lipsticks, but I just didn't like anything with this look. And then I went through my lip liners, and one of my favorites that I've had for forever is the Jordana Easyliner for Lips in Baby Berry. So I am just going to be using this as my lip liner and lipstick and just kind of rubbing it in with my fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it. So applying it to the outside corners, and then also I'm just gonna fill it all in. So this is a lip liner applied. It's looking a little bit flat to me right now, so I'm going to go back into that pink eyeshadow that we used on our lids and just pop that into the center of my lower lip. And this is just going to bring a little bit of light and kind of make it look like I have a gloss on. So I'm going to go back in and just fill in around it a little bit and blend it together. Alright, so that's the lips, and now I'm just going to back up. Alright, so here's the completed look, and for $20 I am really happy with it. I think if I could have reworked anything, I might have included a translucent setting powder because I'm feeling a little bit shiny, but other than that I really like it, especially the lip liner. I like the color that that gave. So I'm going to link below a couple of the girls that I watch that I'm subscribed to that did this tag because I thought it was kind of inspirational, and it's a good reminder to go through your stash and find some of the really good drugstore makeup that performs well but is not expensive. And then I'm also going to tag a couple people out. As I'm filming this right now, I don't think any one of these have done it yet. I'd like to tag Miss Crystal Makeup, Envy Makeup Lover, Emily Noel 83, and Punchy Pink 87. I think all of those ladies would do an awesome job with this. And then if you haven't been tagged yet, please do this. I think it's a fun challenge. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.